even like it. What the hell?
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, if you can't tell by the title, I'm going to be doing another testing video of some of the new Xxrevolution goodies. If you've not seen my first video, I will link that down below. But I did a really long video testing out a lot of their new products and kind of like a little bit of an introduction to the brand, that kind of thing. But today I'm going to be playing with some more bits which I didn't get a chance to use in the first video. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump straight on into it. I did a little poll on my Instagram and I asked you guys what you wanted me to play with today. So like eyeshadow, primer, that kind of thing. It was mainly just eyeshadow and primer, I can't lie, because I have a few different eyeshadow palettes from them. In the first one I used the big palette, the one that's got 66 shades in it. I did a look off that, and then I used one of these smaller palettes, like the shimmer palettes, to create that look. So yeah, today I asked if you want me to use the big palette again, because obviously there's a lot of shades in there. I didn't manage to use all of them because there's 66 shades. So I asked you guys if you want me to use that palette again with a little pigment that I got sent. I didn't say that I received the pigment in the last video, I don't think, but I did, but I just forgot to kind of mention it. So they sent like two little pigment things. So I asked if you wanted to see me use the big palette and a pigment or this little blue palette, and you guys wanted me to use this one. So we're gonna use this one today. We're gonna use it today. I'm excited. Okay, so I've just zoomed you guys in and prime my eyelids. So this is the palette if you've not seen it before. She's there, really pretty. There's only two matte shades in here. I think in my first video I thought that this shade could be a satin shade, but I think it's actually a shimmer. So there's literally only two mattes here to work with, so I'm kind of worried. Let's go ahead, let's try it out. I'm going to take this navy blue shade up here, sorry, this one here, and I'm just going to pack that like all over my lid through the crease. I am not being too precise. I just kind of wanted to see if the pigment would be different in this palette compared to the big palette, to be honest. So far that shade looks really nice. The pigment is really nice on it. It does feel like when I'm running my brush in it, it feels a bit like scratchy, but I think it is a pressed pigment. So yeah, I think it is. No, it's not. I'm lying, I'm sorry. The foiled shade I think is a pressed pigment, but so far the shade's really nice. It builds up quite nice. It takes a little bit longer to build up, which blues are really hard to kind of perfect, so I'm not mad about that. It seems to build up quite nicely. A little bit of fallout underneath my eyes, but again I'm like packing the shade on. I'm not really tapping the excess off because my base is still wet. So yeah, I'm quite liking that shade. So then I'm going to take the only other matte in the palette, which is this blue shade here, the one above it, and I'm going to start to like blend it out. I'm scared that it's going to be a bit too dark for me. I might have to go in with like a lighter shade from, I don't know, like another palette or something, but we'll see. I might not have to, but when I was like looking at the palette the other day, that's what I kind of thought I might have to do. different shade. I'm not too sure, but so far so good. I'm just gonna go in with like a clean blending brush, just to kind of like soften the edges a little bit, because although I don't think it looks too bad, it's not as like smooth as what I want it to be. But I'm trying not to add I'm trying not to dip into another palette basically. Okay, so I've kind of just like winged this out a little bit. I was meant to be doing like I did want to do a rounded eye, and then I realised I suck at doing rounded eyes, so I just decided to wing it out instead. I am not the biggest fan of it, but you know what, like for now it will do. So now I'm going to take this like metallic blue. I don't know whether to use my brush or use a finger, so I'm going to use a brush first, and then if not we can always use our finger. This is the one that's like a pressed pigment shade. I think it's a pressed pigment, I'm not too sure. I'm just putting it like all over that dark blue. I mean, it seems to work fine with a brush. So yeah. Wow. I have to say that it's pretty. Let me try it with my fingers just to see if it's any more pigmented. I mean, it adds a little bit more like shine to it. That's so pretty. That is so stunning. Yes, I don't know if that is like a glitter. I don't know if this is a glitter shade or if it's like a pressed pigment. I'm not too sure. But it does work amazingly well. Like I said in my previous video, I don't know how much these are. I know that they have a couple of different colours. So I have the blue one, and then I have a neutral one, and I have seen a green one as well. So I'm intrigued about them. So I just kind of like cleaned up the edge of the look. I'm not overall happy that I had to change it to like a winged kind of look, but whatever, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not too happy with the shape of it, but we're just gonna like go past that. That is not the eyeshadow's fault, it's just me. For the inner corner, I'm going to obviously take this shade here. See how pigmented she is. Okay. She is like a metallic silver. Like, look. She's very pigmented. Okay guys, sorry about that. My camera decided that it wanted to cut out when I was talking about my inner corner highlight, so I just did my lashes and everything off camera. But yeah, like I was saying, with the with this shimmer shade, it looks so much more intense like on the inner corner than when it does like in the pan. So I'm really impressed with that shade. I think it is gorgeous. Okay, so moving on to the skin, I did a poll again asking what primer you want me to use. I had between the Glow Fix primer or the H2 Glow primer, which is this. You guys chose me to use this, so I'm excited but also a little bit nervous. In my first video I used the Cloud Complexion primer, which looks, it's like in a similar packaging to this, but it's like a white like gel formula. It's really nice, and that one just helped to like blur my skin a little bit. I haven't tried this one and I'm excited. The other day, this does smell a bit like watermelon, Smells really nice. But this one, if you can kind of see, has got like blue like glitter in it, I think. So yeah, let's go ahead and try this out. It's like jelly. It's dead squishy. I'm just gonna take a little bit. I don't want to use too much. I've forgotten what the claims were for this one. I don't think there were any claims. Maybe there were a little bit. It feels very hydrating. I did try the green one, which is obviously in the same. It's in the same packaging. It's in the same packaging, but it's just green. And this feels similar to it. So I don't know if it's just that this one's got like some blue glitter in it that's going to be the difference. I'm not too sure. Let's look at my skin. I've just like got blue glitter all over my hands. Yeah, there's like blue, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there's like blue little sparkles all over my face, which I probably wouldn't use this by itself. With the other two I could probably use them by itself, but with this I probably wouldn't because I've just got blue glitter all over my face. It is quite hydrating. Again, this is £15. My skin does feel a little bit more hydrated. It feels nice on the skin, but I don't think I will use it every single day because I don't know. I'll have to see how it works with the foundation on top, but I wouldn't wear it just by itself because it's got like blue glitter sparkles in it, which is not a bad thing, but it's just not something that I'm kind of into. So yeah, in my last video I used the foundation that had the black lid on it, which was more like a demi matte finish. It was quite nice. I would say it was very full coverage. But today I'm going to be using this one, which is the more like hydrating one. So yeah, I'm excited to try this out. I've seen a few people talk about this and they said that they really liked it, so yeah, let's see. I'm using the shade Fxx1, by the way, because that is the shade that I used. I would use the equivalent shade in the Conceal and Define range. So let's dot this on, and I'm just using a beauty sponge. It doesn't smell bad, it smells quite nice. It has like a nice fragrance to it, but it's not extremely overpowering. If this is more hydrating, if you have oily skin, you might not like this one. This is a lot more like dewiness to it than the first one that I tried. I do like the first one because I love a matte finish. I love a matte finish. If you've been here before, you'll know that I love matte finish. This is a lot more glowy and dewy. If you like the ABH foundation, you will like this. But I do feel like this is a lot of coverage. I'm pretty sure this one said it was like medium to full coverage. I would say this is full coverage. And I think the claims were that it's like meant to feel like just skin. And my skin does look good. Like, it looks really good, I can't lie. However, it does feel like I do have makeup on. If you have dry skin, I think you will like this. It does feel very hydrating on the skin. Let's move on to concealer. Obviously I have used the concealer. I used it with the other foundation. And I did say that it dried down. It does dry down quite quickly, I would say. But it's not like drying. In my personal opinion, I obviously have a different skin type to a lot of people. I am pretty much combination. I'm not oily. I sometimes get a little bit dry, but it's usually just around my, like on my nose. I have been loving this concealer, I can't lie. I used it the other day off camera. I do think it's full coverage, and I really like it. I think it's really nice. I can't lie, I love this foundation, guys. I love a full coverage foundation. I love this combo. I wanted to see how the concealer would work with this foundation, and it works really well. It probably doesn't dry down as fast because the other foundation that I used was obviously like more of a demi matte, so it dried down a little bit quicker. But I'm happy. The foundation so far isn't sinking into any fine lines. Obviously I'd have to do like a wear test on it, that kind of thing. But like usually when I put a foundation on, it automatically sinks into my lines on my forehead, but it's not doing that. So obviously I'm going to set it with some powder. So yeah, like I said the other day, I didn't get sent a powder, so I'm going to go ahead quickly do my powder off camera, and then we're about to do the rest of the face. So I've just done my powder off camera. The foundation seemed to work really well with the powder, same as the concealer, didn't have any problems with that. I've been using a different powder with the concealer to see if it's working with most powders. The only powder that I didn't like, and I think that's just because I hadn't used it enough, was the Xxrevolution coconut one. Like, I don't know, like it seemed to like leave a white cast on me, but I think that's a powder. I don't think there's anything to do with the concealer and the powder together. So yeah, moving on to brows. I did use this in my other video. This is the Xx Fine Brow Pencil. I've been loving this. I've been using it for the past few days, like on and off camera, and I've just been obsessed. I feel like it just does the job really well. Basically, my brow pencil isn't working. I've used it twice, and both times twisted it up, it's been fine. But today, it's making a clicky sound, and there's nothing coming up. There's nothing working, and so I can't use this brow pencil, and that makes me sad because I actually really liked it. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and just fill them off camera, just use my ABH one. I don't really know what to do about this. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows off camera, and then I'll be back to do the rest of the face, I guess. Okay guys, so I am back to do my brows off camera. So let's move on to the face now, the skin. Obviously in my last video I kind of used this, that I will be using this face palette again. I didn't mention the name of it in my last video. It is in the shade Elemental. If you've not seen that video, again I'll link it down below, but I did like this for the bronzer, and also this shade. Again, I said that this shade would be used as a highlighter for me personally, but I'm just going to use the bronzer today because obviously the highlighter in here is too dark for me, and I don't want to use the purple one. But I do like the bronzing shade. It's really nice. I sometimes go a little bit dark with my bronzer, but it's nice because this isn't quite light, and yeah, I just like it. So it seems to buff into the skin really nicely. This is £18, guys, so it's definitely quite expensive. That is down to you whether you feel like you need it in your collection. Obviously they're going to have different shades. But yeah, I did say that they were coming out with single blushes. I know they have single highlighters, so I'm excited to look at the single blushes, maybe get a couple. But yeah, I just love this bronzer shade. I think it's definitely just nice and subtle and not too much. I don't want it too much either because this look is quite cool tones and I don't want to have too much bronziness to the skin. Then for highlighter, I'm going to use the single highlighter. This is in the shade Reactive. The other day I used the shade Echo. This is more pinky toned, whereas the shade Echo is more like a champagne kind of shade. I wanted to use this one because I haven't used it yet. That's gorgeous. This one I think is a little bit more there's a bit more like fallout with it, and there's a bit more like glitter particles in it, which is fine. Whereas the other one was not as like glittery. If you don't like glittery highlighters, you might not like this one. But I do feel like the other shade wasn't as glittery. It's still stunning. Honestly guys, I'm really happy with how my skin is looking. Like, I'm happy with how the foundation is and everything. So yeah. Got a bit too much highlight in my forehead. It's definitely a bit more glittery, which again, not a problem, don't mind it. But if you don't like glittery highlighters, maybe this one isn't for you. But I do feel like the shade Echo isn't as glittery. I feel like it's more like, I don't know, it's just not as glittery, more glowy. I'm going to quickly go back into the eyeshadow and just put the same shades pretty much underneath my lower lash line. So I'll probably just skip through this. I did also get sent the Exact Eyeliner, which comes in like a similar packaging to the brow pencil. I think it's just like a little pencil liner, so I do want to put this on my waterline and see how that kind of works. I don't know how much this is, guys, by the way. It's quite nice. Again, I don't know how much this is, it doesn't say anywhere, but I can't imagine it being too expensive. I'll obviously have to see how long it lasts throughout the day, that kind of thing, but I do like it. I do like it. I don't usually use a black liner, but I'm quite liking it. For lips, I'm just gonna put on my ABH liquid lipstick in the shade Stripped. The last thing that I've still been trying out is obviously the face fix. I used it the other day when I did a look, but I didn't have my makeup on for too long, so I can't really, you know, see. But it does smell really nice, I can't lie. I kept getting like a bit of a whiff of it every now and then when I was wearing it, and I was like, what's that smell? I was like, it smells so nice. And I think it was this, so I do really like the smell of this. And it does help to keep makeup hydrated for the couple of hours that I did wear it the other day. I think it did a really good job. I don't know, I think it just helps to keep your skin feeling hydrated, and it is quite rejuvenating. So let me just spray some of this on. Oh, I think it smells so nice. It reminds me of holiday, and it smells of coconut. So yeah, I've been testing this out and I do like it so far, but obviously because I can't go out for too long at the minute, I can't do like a full wear test. I will keep trying it. So this is the finished look. What do you guys think? Do you like it? I really like the look, to be honest with you. The eyeshadow, it's fine. I really like it. I really like that blue sparkly shade. I'm excited to try the neutral one. I just didn't want to do another neutral look because my last one was kind of more on the neutral side. I wanted to do something quite bold and quite bright, and this is definitely it. I really like it. Obviously you can get a full eye look out of it. If you are quite pale like myself, you might need another kind of shade to blend out the dark kind of shade, because even for me I had to go in with a clean blending brush to blend out this shade, sorry. But yeah, I don't think it looks too bad. It doesn't look patchy. Of course it was a little bit like my fault because I wanted to do a rounded eye and then it just didn't work out and it was more like a winged eye, but whatever, that's my problem, nothing to do with the eyeshadows. The eyeshadows seem to blend out really nice, especially the mattes. These two shimmer shades probably are what stole the show for me though, but even so, really nice quad. I do of course recommend this if you wanting to purchase it when it comes out. I really like it. I do want to try the neutral ones. If you do want me to use that in another video, then just let me know. The neutral one just have a similar set out, so I'd be intrigued to kind of see what that one's like. And I don't know how much it's going to be, but I recommend it. So the foundation, I actually really like this foundation. I was a little bit skeptical because I usually like a more matte foundation. However, you can still mattify it down and it still looks quite glowing, quite dewy. And you can obviously make your skin look more dewy with highlighter, setting sprays, that kind of thing. So I do really like this. It is, if you don't set it, it's quite oily. Because I was just going to set underneath my eyes and my nose, that kind of thing. But it was like very, very oily on the other parts of my face. So I had to set the whole thing, which is fine. But if you are more on the oily side, you might not like this. However, if you do have dry skin, I guess you will probably love this because it is very hydrating. But yeah, I would say if you do like the ABH foundation, you will like this. So obviously I did use the concealer in my last video with the other foundation and I really liked it paired with that, and I really like it paired with this as well. This is a very full coverage concealer. I feel like it works really well with most powders. I've used it with 3 different powders. So in a full coverage concealer, definitely pick this up 100%. I've used it for the last 4 times I've done my makeup. So yeah, love it. When it comes to the face palette, I'm still very hit and miss. I do really like it, but again, I'm not going to get that much use out of it because I'm only really going to use the bronzer or maybe this as a highlighter. But other than that, like I don't usually use like purple toned highlighters. So the only thing that I'm really going to reach for in here is the bronzer. But if you are intrigued to pick it up, it's really good quality. I can't knock the quality because it's there, but it's just the colour scheme for me is just not really it. But I still like it for the bronzer. So I'm just going to quickly touch on the highlighter. Obviously I really like the highlighter. I haven't got anything bad to say about it, but if you don't like glittery highlighters, you might not like this one. The other one that I used, I don't think it was as glittery as this one, but yeah, if you don't like glittery highlighters, you're not going to like it, but if you don't mind, then you might like this. So guys, let me know what you think about the products that I've tried today. Is there any that you are intrigued to buy or anything like that? Some of the prices I obviously don't know. It's definitely more on the pricey side for Revolution. I kind of see this brand as being more luxurious than Makeup Revolution. Just because of some of the packaging. I didn't explain this in my last video, but there is skincare infused in the makeup, so I can completely understand it being a more expensive brand. But the things that I have tried so far I am loving. I will continue to try them out. If you want me to do another video, just let me know. I'll be happy to. I'm really enjoying trying out the products and kind of getting a feel for the brand. So far I'm loving it. I'm actually loving it. I really hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. If you haven't seen my last one, again I'll link it in the description box down below. As always, I will leave my social media handles up above and also in the description box if you want to go and check me out there. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!